Hey, what's up, you guys? I know I have not been really uploading to this page like that. Oh, I'm sorry, my ear itches. It itched. It didn't hurt. I had my earpiece in all this time. I haven't really been uploading to this page like that, and I'm sorry. But okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little story time. I was being followed. Okay, I don't know who it was. I don't know what it was about, but I was being followed. Let me tell you how I know. All right, so boom. I'm driving, right? And I drive a little fast, it's a little speedish. I'm a little speeder, kind of, sort of, you know what I'm saying? When I notice I'm speeding, I try to go slow down. I go to speed limit. But I drive. I'm a driver. I was taught by drivers, and I'm a driver. Okay, so there was a detour. Like it was one morning I was out and about. This is before I closed. Well, no, I this is after I closed on the house, and I believe I know I was still in both houses. The one I was renting, and I had the one I was buying that I brought. So I was slowly putting stuff into the new house. So I think I went to, cause y'all know I love me a Goodwill. I do. So I went to a different Goodwill. And you know what I'm saying? It was a detour. So we had a detour. Okay, and then I had to go to the bank because I had to buy out of the rent. You know how you have to buy out your rental contract and stuff. So I had to get all that good stuff done. And so I didn't know which one of my banks I wanted to get the money out of to pay the rental contracts because I had enough in all my banks, but I didn't really know because I have like certain banks I do certain stuff with, and you know what I'm saying? And then I have one bank that I don't have a card to that savings, so I can't just go and just withdraw the money if I wanted to. I have to go during the times that the teller's open, so I don't just spend that money. And that's where I try to put the bulk of my no, I try to put most of the, my savings of the savings. What is that? Okay. I have a savings account, primary savings, and then I have a couple of other savings accounts. I have a couple of other savings accounts, a few, like three, two or three. I don't know. Don't get me lying to you good people. And that is the biggest savings outside of my primary savings because I don't have a card to it. Then I have another savings. I have like three or four. I don't know. Don't get me lying to you. But so I didn't know which one of my savings I wanted to take it out of. You know what I'm saying? So it was a detour, and I went down a detour. And so I'm driving and I get lost in the detour. But there's a car that has been see, I'm paranoid. Y'all know I'm noided. If y'all been watching me, y'all know that I got ADD, I got PTSD. And I'm always, my head is always on a swivel. All right, so it was a car that was behind me most of the time, and I ain't pay no attention to it. I really don't care, like, cause who cares? But I noticed something was wrong when I went through the detour, but I made the wrong turn and on uh ended up on a road that had no what things called? They're called a cul-de-sac. I ended up in a cul-de-sac. And when I went in a cul-de-sac, that same car went in a cul-de-sac too. So what I did was, once I seen that he made the wrong turn with me, what I did was, because you know how the cul-de-sac is around. So I pull into the cul-de-sac. I noticed he pulled into the cul-de-sac too. So I hurry up and I go around the circle so me and him is facing, like face to face, so I can see who you are. And so I stop and I let him know, I'm looking at you. I see you see me. I see you. I see who you are. Okay, so boom. I stop, I look at him, he look at me, look at him, we're looking at each other. So I guess at this time he's like, okay, well, she knows I'm following her. Because he had to have been following me. So I leave out the cul-de-sac, I go up and I turn it to the bank, and he turns into the bank. So what I did was I turned to the bank and I just parked in front of the bank. I didn't go through the ATM or anything like that. I literally parked and I just sat in front of the bank, right? And so this is what's crazy. This is what's crazy. He sits at the exit for at least a good 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Now 4 minutes is a long time. That's not a a little time. 4 minutes is a nice long time. He sat at the exit for about 4 minutes and then he turned going away. Now, the way that he turned would have, because he couldn't turn and go back the way we came because it was a detour. So the way he turned would have took him kind of back to where we started, um, pre-detour. So I'm like, that was weird. But I took pictures. I took pictures of the car, I took pictures of the plates, I took pictures. And so 4 minutes later, like at 4 minutes he leaves. And then after he leaves, another car pulls up with a Caucasian man in it and parks beside me. All right. And so I'm still suspicious of everything. So he comes, he parks, and he sits beside me. And I don't pay. I paid mine. I'm lying. I'm not gonna say I didn't pay any of mine. I did pay some mine. So after he comes and he sits beside me, I wait for like 2 minutes, and then I pull out, and then I go to the ATM, not the ATM, but I go to the the one where the tellers in the window, but it's the drive-through. I go there. And who pulls up behind me? The Caucasian man that was just parked beside me. So I take pictures of him too and his car. Then I leave out. I loop back around to see did he really need to even go to the bank. But by the time I loop back around, he was gone. And then after that, the day I didn't see anything weird. And the reason I brought this up or this came back to mind is because yesterday I was working and I had a feeling. I had a weird feeling, right? Um, I just had a weird feeling come over me. And I like to drive around sometimes while at work. And I parked at a parking lot. But I was way in the back, where no cars is, and someone parked like 2 spaces behind me in a different row, but directly in my line of sight. Look, so they could like see, like I could see, look in my rear view and like see their car. And I'm like, well, why would someone park here? And he never got out the car. I sat there for a good like 15 minutes, 15, maybe 15, 20 minutes, and he never got out the car. And I just remember sitting there like, why would he still? I took pictures and videos of him too. I'm telling you. And so that's what made me remember that day when I was being followed. And what's so crazy is last night, like y'all know, I pay serious attention to my dreams. I don't play when it comes to my dreams. But last night I had a weird dream. It was a whole thing, man. It was a whole thing. But I remember that I was somewhere and I don't even know exactly where I was. I should have wrote it down when it first happened, when I first woke up. This is why I like doing my morning thoughts at 4 a.m. when I first wake up. After I tell God and my angels and my ancestors how much I love them and appreciate them, and I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys, all of you. All of you, I love you so much. And so it we were it was some kind of thing, right? And a lot of people were there. And so this girl came out of a room and my baby father came out of a different room, and it was like she was in a panic or something and had her legs wide open, and he looked in her little stuff and then went back in there and went to sleep. And I'm like, Don't you ever have my man looking in your stuff. I don't know. We're not together, but apparently in my dream we was. And I was like, don't you ever do that. And her eyes turned fully black and said, I do what I want. I said, oh, that's the type of time we on. And this happened in my dream, right? I said, oh, this is the type of time we on. We on that kind of time. I said, okay, well, let me talk to him again. Eyes turned fully black again. I said, look, I'm not afraid of you. Sweetheart, let me explain to you. I am protected by angels and respected by you people. I have battled y'all and I have beat y'all. And y'all know not to mess with me and the things and people and the spirits that comes with me. That I said that in my dream. I said, so I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you because I'm bigger and I'm badder than you. As angry as you can get, I can get angrier. And then she just went regular again. And then I don't know, but a voice says someone is trying to mess with you. Like someone is really trying to spiritually mess with me, or someone is wishing harm on me, or someone is wishing badness on me, because this isn't the first black-eyed person that I dreamt about. But the first time the black-eyed person was in my basement of my home. And I went the new home and I went downstairs and to go paint because I'm gonna start painting again. I'm gonna start taking orders. And they were downstairs on my painting table and they just stood there and they smiled and the eyes turned black. And I got scared and I ran. But this time I was like, no, let me confront them. Bring them back. Cause ain't nobody scared of you. And it was weird. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't weird. It was very telling. It means that, yeah, my spiritual team is on it. Because this happened in the dream realm. And I don't think y'all understand the significance of the dream realm versus this realm, the woke realm. Dream realm is something different. So, yeah. We almost at 13 minutes. I don't want to make it too long. So, that's my little story time. That's what's been going on with me. So, and y'all remember, the battle is not with blood and flesh, but spirits and spirituality and principles. Is that what it is? This is why I be having my brother. But the battle is not, it's a spiritual battle. Just sum it up. It's a spiritual battle. All right. That's what we're in. That's what we're on. Stay prayed up. Keep yourself safe. Keep everybody around you safe. Y'all know what to do. All right. So y'all have a blessed day. Be happy on purpose, bro. Try to make someone laugh just because you can. All right. Have a blessed day.